Dugout News YouTube channel is what you're watching. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Got some new news for you in the world of boxing concerning Jarrell Big Baby Miller, Daniel Dynamite Dubois, and Anthony Joshua. Now, Jarrell Big Baby Miller has won against Daniel Dubois-Anthony Joshua a rematch, saying that the same thing is gonna happen again. Jarrell has warned Anthony Joshua he is risking the end of his career if he fights Daniel Dubois. Joshua, 35, was emphatically stopped in 5 rounds by Dubois in their fight for the IBF heavyweight title at Wembley Stadium in September, and is expecting to challenge him again in a rematch in 2025. I've been hearing of an early bout in early 2025 around February now, where prior to losing to Dubois, Joshua was considered on course to finally fight Tyson Fury. A second successive destructive defeat by Dubois would leave him with fewer options than ever before. Jarrell Big Baby Miller had been on course to fight Anthony Joshua in 2019 until his failing of a drugs test ruled him out, and he was replaced at late notice by Andy Ruiz, who so unexpectedly became the first person to defeat Anthony Joshua in that fight that transformed Joshua's decorated career. The former IBF, WBA, and WBO champion defeated Andy Ruiz in their rematch, but has since rarely fought with the same conviction that defined him at his peak. And Miller, who was stopped by the improving Dubois late in 2023, believes that if Joshua again fights Dubois, he will lose once again. Same outcome. The 36-year-old said AJ is still getting knocked the fuck out. I think it definitely does end his career, but he's big money. They are gonna keep milking the cow until there's no more milk left. Hopefully me and him can get it on before he gets tired. Dubois blitz Joshua. He didn't think Dubois was that fast, and we all know that Anthony Joshua don't got a good chin. Instead of waiting for him to run out of gas and get him and get out of rhythm, let's jump on your ass now, and that's what Dubois did. I need that a fight fast before Joshua retires. One more loss and he will call it quits. One more bad loss. He's made enough money already. I give everybody the recipe to beating AJ already. He ain't got no chin. He ain't got no heart. Put balls in his face. He gonna quit. The same thing's gonna happen again. Anthony Joshua, you gotta fight me before you retire, you punk bitch. Dubois, 27, has made little secret of his desire to again fight Alexander Usyk, who he lost to in the fight before his victory over Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And Miller said, I think he's very capable of having a rematch with Usyk. You know what I mean? But I want that rematch first before he loses that belt. I want my rematch with Dubois. I had a month to prepare for that fight. Almost had him out of there. I told everybody AJ was going to crack, and that's what happened. He impressed me very well. He hung in there. His dad, Dev, definitely was a motivating factor in that fight. But like I said, he fought an out of shape last minute Big Baby Miller. He definitely impressed me against Joshua. He's improving every fight, so the one after Dubois ain't going to be the same Dubois when I fight him again. Trust me, he ain't gonna beat the Big Baby. Now that is Jarrell Big Baby Miller talking big about a possible rematch with Daniel Dubois. But first, he also wants to fight Anthony Joshua before Anthony Joshua retires. He senses that there is still some big money to be made out of Anthony Joshua. And he goes on to warn Anthony Joshua not to dare go into a rematch with Daniel Dubois, because it will ruin his career right away, with hopes of Joshua fighting Fury. According to Jarrell Big Baby Miller, those hopes will dwindle down if Joshua ever makes that rematch with Dubois, because Big Baby Miller thinks that he will be beat again, and maybe for the second time it will be more devastating than it was in the first fight. But notably, you think that what Jarrell Big Baby Miller points out, and crucially, is that if you take the fight to Anthony Joshua, and he decides to also come in and trade with you, then you got that recipe of beating him. He doesn't want to trade. He has a weak chin. We've seen that. He doesn't want to be beat, and it weakens over years. Especially if you don't have that big defense. But he has some good defense, but he can't be hit easily by a good boxer like you saw Alexander Usyk, or you saw Daniel Dubois getting to him. So you bring the fight to Anthony Joshua, then you have big chances of landing big shots and maybe knocking him out. That is a good recipe that Jarrell Big Baby Miller points out. But I don't know what type of Anthony Joshua will bounce back after that destructive defeat to Daniel Dubois. You never know. If the Joshua that fought Vladimir Klitschko does come back, the Joshua that fought maybe Andy Ruiz in the rematch, and it's about this time that you think that Anthony Joshua can recognize that he made a mistake to right away push away Rob McCracken, and saying that Rob McCracken wasn't giving him the right notes going into that Alexander Usyk rematch. He brought in Angel Fernandez and Robert Garcia. They didn't help him any bit. Well, he improved a little bit in that rematch, but it was about getting your belts back from Alexander Usyk. It didn't help. We saw some improvements with Ben Davison, but we all don't know what went haywire in that defeat to Dubois. He seemed not to use his jab. He was not assertive at all. With the fight against Francis Ngannou, he knew the danger that Francis Ngannou poses. I think he had overlooked Daniel Dubois, and he thought that Daniel Dubois was still that young kid that was going to be intimidated and all that. And when he went all out to take out Daniel Dubois in that fifth round, that's how he ended up being knocked out in a devastating way. So I think it's not too late for him to regroup, but fighting young and hungrier lions like Dubois can be very hurtful. But if he can bring back his big heart and maybe give it his all, I think he has the beating of Daniel Dubois. If he can keep the distance and measure up his shots quite well. Now, like when he had gotten that big shot against Daniel Dubois in the fifth round, I thought that if he had opted to first go to the body before aiming, you go to the body and then try going back to the body again as Daniel Dubois tries to defend, then go back to that big shot, that big right hand landing. He right away went to kill for the kill, and he was killed in the process. But what do you think of Jarrell Big Baby Miller saying that Joshua shouldn't go for that rematch with Dubois? He will be beat again, and this time it might be more devastating. And secondly, he wants a fight with Joshua before he retires, because he thinks he can. That can also be a good fight and a good one on his side on the money part. I don't know about Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn doesn't quite like Jarrell Big Baby Miller because of what he did in the past when he was scheduled to fight Anthony Joshua in their fight. But he also speaks of the rematch with Daniel Dubois I think that is another good one. And Jarrell Big Baby Miller says that that rematch should be happening soon because he expects Daniel Dubois to lose his belt quite soon. What do you think of all that? Place your comment in the comment section below. I sign out. Peace.